Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ender Lilies. Sorry for the delay, but I did end up managing to fix the recording issues I was having for the video. So while things aren't perfect, they're much better than they were last time, and they're good enough for what I had been intending to do. So we're going to continue to explore the prison and all of the hazards that it contains, such as knife guys, arrow guys, and pot guys. Such as all of these, mimics down here. The thing is, mimics are used a lot in the middle of the game, but they show up a lot less as the game goes on. It's really quite a change because you'd expect there to be more sneaky traps as you go through more dangerous areas, but that's not really the case in Ender Lilies. Oh yeah, this isn't great. Thankfully, the Fallen Sentinel Spirit is basically a ranged attack that penetrates a whole bunch of enemies. And it's going to be kind of important for fighting this area's boss. That's all we can get in this room right now. We're going to need a mobility item that we don't have yet in order to grab the rest. Take a rest here because I took a heap of damage. And let's move on. Yeah, the Headless Defender is pretty good at what it does even when you don't upgrade it. Like, mine is still level 1 and it's still incredibly useful. It does a ton of stamina damage, it hits pretty hard. It's not something you can really go wrong with. Now, to get to the exit on the upper right, we need to hit all of these underwater switches. That will lower a bunch of these platforms and allow you to traverse this spike mine-filled area over here. And I'll just take these. Yeah, you don't need to pick up every speck of blight in this game in order to get platinum. The requirements to get platinum in this game are somewhat more reasonable than they are in other games in these sorts of genres I've seen. Because it requires persistence and exploration. You know, the two hallmark qualities required to play a Metroidvania game in the first place. Now do this over again. Yeah, I really wanted to get back to this game because Blaster Master 03 is coming out pretty soon, and I know I want to do that. I've done the first 2 games, so I'm basically obligated. But let's face it, I know it's going to be good. The thing is, I haven't always had this kind of relationship with Intercreates' stuff, because I kinda bounced off of Mega Man Zero. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I guess it's part of the problem of having basically no iframes. At least, you know, no iframes from getting hit. Oh, there was a guy there. Yeah, they tend to be sneakier about hiding those bugs as the game goes on. Now, I'd like to get up there, but I can't. Just heal up a bit. Grab some upgrade juice, which I sorely need to use. Well, I guess it's part of the thing in this game that there is absolutely not enough upgrade stuff in this game to fully upgrade everything. Well, not unless you're going to go through some very extreme lengths. Yeah, if I'm taking a beating, it's because I had to get some of the rust off. It's been a little while since I've sat down with this game, so I'm gonna take some pain. See, you can't break through there. Falling damage. It's finally on our side. Well, you know, for the first time since Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Giving birth to Julius, huh? Well, I'm not gonna turn down a bench. But we're not going to be going to the right away because that's the boss room. We're going to be poking around the rest of the map some more because there are, once again, things I want. Oh, there's something I missed down here. King's Mage Brigade, 15 test subjects. Oh, that doesn't sound horrifying. It just feels so good to use. It has just this great window. And there's nothing in this room to find, except pain. Oh, I can't go through that yet. Yeah, I have to come at that from the other side, and I'll be able to do it fairly soon, but it requires something that I actually get in this video. Okay, so I can't climb further up in this room yet. And I'll take that. Oh, okay. You're a good Uncle Honer. Yeah, I guess that's the thing that makes this game just feel a lot less detached than a normal Soul game. There. Just done with a lot less not much fuss. I'll figure out the way to get to that lower exit later. There's a lot I want to do in this session. Take care of these guys. Oh, I jammed myself into a corner. And to think I played fighting games once. Okay, first, get not surrounded. Second, blow them all up. And, you know, just generally try not to die. Yeah, I do like Ender Lilies a lot, but I still kind of miss the more conventional Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid kind of Metroidvanias. I mean, there are a couple of people who are doing that, like the ones who made Touhou Luna Nights and D-Lit Wonder Labyrinth and Megami, who did Lacard Chronicles. But those are still a very small number of exceptions in everyone jumping on the Souls bandwagon. It works for Ender Lilies because the tone and direction is just so much different. But at some point, we have to think, do we really need to make another game that takes place in a dying, grim, cursed world that's beyond hope? It's just something people should keep in mind if they want to actually be different. Oh wow, that guy was in a hurry. Oh, being a little sneaky there. Okay, we can get that, but the game expects us to have the grappling hook to get that little item up there. But we have our own solution to that. But the thing is, using that trick with Guardian Silva's hammer, I believe using that trick is actually intended by the developers because there are some places that you absolutely cannot access without it. So it is nice when developers actually build around the bugs they've implemented instead of just trying to kick them out. It's like how one of the weapons in the original Rise of the Triad was actually built on a bug in the fire effects that the game had. Okay. Yeah, we did not want to miss that. And now we're moving forward. Now, without the grappling hook, we can't actually get to the upper area of this room from the lower area. So if we fall down here, we have to take another trip back to the respite. By the way, the gate closed behind us, so we can't leave this room until we've beaten everything here. This isn't the first place where we've seen that happen, but these arenas get meaner as the game goes on. And here's another of the blighted spirits, the Dark Executioner. And if you don't have a good sense of timing, well, you're doomed. Yeah, his attacks come much faster than the regular executioners we've fought throughout the level, which is why we're back here. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to get back to where we were. As long as I don't do that, anyway. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Yeah, the real penalty for death in this game is just time. Man, I should have used that guy earlier for this sort of thing. The Cliffside Hamlet Elder is a real priority pickup because of just how much damage it does to enemies that you fight at awkward angles. Okay, that's taken care of. Oh, yeah, I hate it when they do that. Just teleport on top of you. Like that guy, he tried it. Now he's gonna find out. So we're going to do this correctly this time. I said correctly, not getting murderized. Okay. There, this is what this should look like when you're doing it correctly. Instead of, you know, being killed. And there we go. Yeah, he doesn't have the... well... The Dark Executioner doesn't have a huge health pool, so... Knight Captain Julius, huh? So it seems like Honir's nephew Nate made good. Now there's one last thing I want to pick up before we go and fight the boss of this area. But it's going to require taking out a couple of archers first. Yeah, we want to smash down through that. There we go. Ah, we have to do it from a bit higher. Well, we can arrange that. Not high enough? A little bit higher. Yeah, this'll do it. Oh, we weren't able to destroy the one down there. And we really want to do that. There's something really useful down there that I really want, you know, in order to preserve my sanity while going through the rest of this game. I am fighting the boss of this area with the highest level sword I can grab. Because the first time I played through this game, I hadn't discovered the ancient souls in the catacombs, so I had to fight this upcoming boss with a level 2 sword. I mean, I still managed it, I just preferred not to do that again. Aha, there we go. And there we go. Two mimic pots. Not too much trouble for us now. Yeah, I guess they eliminate them because you're already used to dealing with these sorts of things, so there's no point in challenging you with them further. Switch this back to the sword. That's Ancient Soul immediately. And now it's time to fight the boss. The boss of this area is Honir, Keeper of the Abyss, and people complained about him. Because he has a lot of backup, he fights very defensively, mainly uses ranged attacks, and you're always at risk at getting slam-jammed by a teleporting executioner. I want you to keep in mind as we're fighting this guy that this is the nerfed version of this boss. Because the developers realized, oh, this guy's a jerk. And so they made his backup have less health, and I think less attack, and they reduced the range of his horizontal throwing knives. For the first two phases, he fights very defensively. He'll try to hide behind his guys. However, his main weakness is that he actually has a very weak stun gauge, so if you can get some good hits on him, you can stun him fairly easily. In the second phase, he starts getting the overhead knife throw you saw earlier, plus an attack that just pushes you across the battlefield, like across the whole thing. You know, like that. It doesn't really do damage, but it can throw you around, like, into some of his help. It's actually kind of worth it to get rid of his backup, because it doesn't respond that quickly. That is, until he goes into his third phase, which he has done right now. In his third phase, Honir fights completely differently and just goes for it. He does the overhead knives, he does the horizontal knives, and he does a spinny, jumpy attack that carries him pretty quickly towards you. There's also basically no telegraph for when it's about to come out, so he'll just buzzsaw you without really caring. You know, like so. But we got him anyway. Head of the Dark Executioners, a man of few words, Honir shadowed the Knights of the Bastion. He loved the kingdom more than any other. And for this, we get the Grappling Hook. There are a lot of useful places that this can take us going forward, and there may be a video just dedicated to exploring all of those. Oh. And this next area is kind of a training area for the Grappling Hook. We can't quite reach there, but we have ways around that. Yeah, because you can try it out on all of the hooks in Honir's room. Now let's get properly spirited. Yeah, the one drawback of the grappling hook is that it can be occasionally difficult to target the hook you actually want to use. Yeah, I missed pressing the dash button there. I swear I did, but apparently I didn't. Another one. What's this, 4 now? I'm not complaining about the power-up, I'm complaining about the source. Gonna save here. Oh. This is the fountain we were told about earlier after beating Guardian Silva. Well, let's see what happens. Flop. And that's ending A of Ender Lilies. We're going to be going back and getting the rest, because there's a whole lot more game to play. And I will be seeing you then.